All right, boys. So it looks like we're back with another controller review. So this is a Bluetooth mobile controller. Obviously, PlayStation style. Uh, I think this brand is called Arvin. Arvin. I don't know. Arvin. Arvin. Uh, I wanted to give this a test. You know, me typically, honestly, personally, I'm more of an Xbox or a Nintendo guy, but this looked pretty sweet. I actually wanted to test it out. I personally don't prefer the style of a PlayStation, the layout of a PlayStation controller, but it looked pretty freaking nifty. It looked legit, so I wanted to go ahead and give it a test. So this controller is actually, you can Bluetooth it to Android, iPhone, tablets, MacBook, uh, PS3, PS4, and even Xbox. I know you hardcore nerd fans are all like, why the fuck would you connect this to something like a Switch or an Xbox? This is a Switch. But yeah, but I mean it's playable. It has it has connectivity. I mean, each one, every to connect to each different type of console or tablet or phone or whatever. It's a quick, easy, simple procedure. Uh, you really just kind of hold the home button down. It depends on what, like if you're going to the Switch, hold down home, hold down R2 for like 5 seconds, automatically controls. But anyways, so this is what we're reviewing today. Uh, I originally, when I ordered it, I ordered a red on the picture. I bet I ordered it off of Amazon. They have multiple colors available: black, white, and red. But every one does have this black inside. So even the white ones, it's all white out here, black. Same thing, all black, and then the red, you get it. The only thing I didn't like that I first noticed when I got it is I did want a red, and even in this video, this color is showing up differently than what it actually looks in person. So in person, it's more of like a peach salmon color, like almost a cross in between a very light orange and pink, like literally a salmon color. Even on this video, it actually looks a lot more red slash orange than it really is. That was one of my first notices when unboxing this. Was the actual color difference compared to what you see online when you are ordering it. Um, Thus far, I have attempted to use it. I have been using it. I've been using it on I have an Android, so I've been connecting it to my Android and also my Switch. It's actually not a bad setup. Not a bad setup at all. Again, you can go tablets, you can go MacBook. This does fit. It stretches from 5 to 11 inches, I believe. It's pretty girthy, wide wise. It's pretty wide. Even how it sits now, it's retractable. Kind of pulls back in on its own. Got the nice rubber grips on the side to hold on. I will say though that if you do have a rather on the larger side of a cell phone or even your tablet, if you have a protector over it that makes it a thicker and you want to use this, you are limited on how fat the device can be before it actually kind of just hangs out here rather than fit inside this flush rubber. Uh, so a lot of times what I've seen people do is actually take their cases off of their phones or tablets and then place this in and use it. I don't have that issue. My phone with the protector on it was still able to fit in here comfortably, but it was close. I will say that. All right, so One thing I did also notice while starting to play with this controller is that it does feel good. It feels solid. It's not. It doesn't feel cheap. This is an Amazon order. It is a third party controller, but it feels solid. And what I mean by I'm not talking about just how it feels in my hand. I mean playability. The buttons are responsive. They're not too clicky. They sound clicky, but it's smooth. I've been with other third party controllers. I've played other third party controllers that are really sticky, a little too firm. Same thing with the joysticks. So again, these Hall effect things are really popular lately. This is also something that this controller apparently promotes is these Hall effect joysticks. So supposedly no drift. We'll see. I don't know. I've purchased third party controllers before that promote Hall effect joysticks, and one of the ones I'm currently using now, it does get stick drift at least a couple of times a month. It's not a super big deal because on the Switch, I can easily just go into the calibration and readjust it real fast, and it immediately stops it, fix it every time. But thus far, I am not completely sold on. Oh, these are Hall effect, no drift ever. Yeah, because I've seen the complete opposite thus far. But so far with this, I've been using this for a couple weeks now. I have not noticed any kind of stick drift, or just this controller certainly decided to act wonky during mid play. I have gotten that on some other third parties, have not gotten that on this yet. Responsiveness. So anybody who does watch any of my past videos with my controller reviews, one of my big things, one of my big pet peeves that I always check to see if these controllers are good at is lag. Lag. This controller, again, big priority for me. This controller, no lag. I've played a few different shooters on it, even my fighting games. Fighting games really is where I think lag comes into play because, fast-paced shooting games is just an immediate response, and you're pressing so many buttons like so quickly. During fighting games, you'll be able to tell if there's any lag. No lag. It is Bluetooth connected. It is not a plug-in like some of these mobile phones where you have a outlet right here that plugs straight into your iPhone or Android. This is Bluetooth, and no lag. Feels great. Feels firm. The vibration is adjustable. And the vibration feels good. It doesn't feel cheap. Some third parties, they have the same vibration regardless of when you turn it down or turn it up. It's the same type of vibration feeling. This feels more in tune with what's going on in the game, controlling how specifically this is going to vibrate, which I do like. It gives it that slightly more upscale first party feel when it comes to vibration. Mappable buttons. Again, some people like these, some people don't. I think they sit well. They sit exactly where they need to when holding this. They sit right where they need to, and it feels comfortable. I enjoy mappable buttons when playing shooters. That's just what's convenient for me. Again, some people don't care for them. I do. I enjoy them. They work. They are macro. So when you push them, if you hold them down, you're not going to get no response holding down. It's just kind of just a one. It's just a one-time deal. Got turbo. Again, the joysticks do feel good when playing. I personally, like I said at the beginning of this video, I personally don't care for a PlayStation style layout of a controller. It's not a big deal. I honestly don't give a shit. I'm not a nerd enough to really care that much, but I personally prefer something like an Xbox controller where the thumbstick is here and this analog is down. This is a natural, more fitting compared to just how your hand sits. Just how your hand sits, lays. Your thumb naturally wants to be here. Pulling it over here is what I would consider extra effort. Putting them inside is what I consider extra effort, which is one of the reasons why I don't care too much for a PlayStation style controller, because naturally your hands, with no effort, your hands want to sit like this. It is effort, in my opinion, to be doing this. So it's slightly more uncomfortable, but it's still fine. Hardcore PlayStation lovers, guys who grew up with PlayStation. I grew up with PlayStation. I've owned a PS1. I own a PS2. Just in general, for comfort purposes, I would always prefer joystick being here, but it's whatever. This is what PlayStation is. This is how they're created. This is their design. I'm just giving my personal opinion of what I would prefer. But again, even with me saying that, I think this is a great controller. Good third party, solid. Doesn't feel cheap. The joysticks are just firm enough, but not too firm. Enough firm to feel like a brand new first party controller. Oh yeah. One gripe about the... Oh, that feels good. One gripe about using during gameplay, the functionality of this controller. I did notice someone also make this complaint, which I 100% agree with after using it on a couple of shooters. So the travel on the trigger buttons is a lot of travel. I personally, like, when you're in game and if you're shooting something or if you're doing something with these back triggers, you are expecting it naturally to react to you a lot sooner than it does. It is a lot of travel. You probably can't tell in this video. I will try, but it's a lot of travel. That is one legitimate complaint I do have about this controller, is I believe they should have made the travel of these triggers a lot shorter. At least like maybe midway or maybe even 3/4. Like that should have been the trigger right there, but instead it's a lot of travel. So the trigger button actually won't engage on game until it is pressed all the way down. It's not one of those type of triggers where as soon as you begin to press down, it activates on the game. No, this trigger has to come all the way to the floor before it actually engages on game, before it reads your input. That's probably my only real complaint about this controller, this Bluetooth mobile gaming controller. It is called, so the name of this is a D9 mobile controller, Bluetooth controller. Again, the brand is on Arvin, Arvin. I did purchase this on Amazon. I believe right now it is I want to say maybe $55, but as far as Bluetooth goes, again, and I am not a PlayStation body style type of fan, but this is one of the better third-party controllers. This is one of the better ones I've attempted to use. And again, you can use it on so many different consoles, laptops, Mac. I mean, I know I'm repeating myself for like the 4th time, but this is solid. The only thing I would watch out for is color. If you are ordering color, I mean, I guess you can't really go too wrong if you order a white or black one, but if you are trying to get a blue or red one, be aware that what you see online is not what you're going to get when it comes to color of controller. Again, even in this video that you are seeing right now, through the video, it looks reddish orange. It is not that in person. It is more of a peach, a soft peach, slight faded look, not red. So I guess my only small complaint, which is not a big deal, is the color, different from what advertised. And my only real complaint about functionality is the length, the travel of the triggers. Other than that, this is a great controller. I definitely absolutely recommend. Man, I would give this, I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10. Not being a PlayStation guy. The only thing the console, surprisingly, even though this is a newer controller, the console you actually cannot use this on is a PS5, apparently. This is okay for PS3 and PS4, and even Switches and Xbox Ones. But You cannot use this on a PS5. Yeah, go figure. Yeah, guys. I'll be loading up a lot more reviews, other types of videos. Sorry I've been gone for a minute, but I'm trying to get back into this. Made a few purchases, more third-party controllers. Man, I appreciate y'all's time, man. I'll catch y'all at the next one. All right.